Hi everyone, it's Laura Milligan. I'm coming to you from Canton, Ohio, and this is my weekly live. I go live every Monday, most every Mondays at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock p.m. And today I am sharing with you two cards that feature the Nature's Sweetness bundle. I will show you what that bundle is when I flip my camera view down. If you're there, say hi. My system seemed a little odd today, so if you're there, say hi so that I know that I'm in the right spot because I'm a little concerned that I am not in the right spot. I think I am, but thank you for joining me today. I hope you all had a great weekend. We had snow, and it's weird because I was sitting at my desk looking out at my backyard, and my forsythia bush is blooming, and it's so pretty, and then it's snowing. So I don't know how the things are going to do with this cold little spell we've had here, but hopefully the flowers and things are going to be okay. But okay, there's hi Debbie, hi Colleen, hi Juanita, hi Susie Q. How are you all? I hope you're all doing well. So this weekend is my overnight retreat, and I'm trying to remember how many years I've been doing this now. I know it's at least six. It may be even more than that, but it's just been a really fun 6 or more years, and we go down to Berlin, Ohio. It is so peaceful and beautiful there. It's the rolling hills, and you're driving along, and you see the buggies, the horses and buggies, and all the clothes on the line, all their the special clothes that they wear and everything. Of course, hanging on the line. The clothesline out in their backyards, and I don't know, I go down there and I just feel like a sense of peace come over me. It's just like just a beautiful, very peaceful spot. So I'm excited to see many of you. I know some of you that are watching today will be there, and I can hardly wait to see you. So we are just putting the finishing touches on everything. I think I probably said the same thing last week, but it's a ton of work. But luckily we love what we do and are excited to share all the fun with our retreat attendees this weekend. So, yes, Colleen, her daffodils. That I know, I was worried about my daffodils, and we've had crocuses blooming for a couple weeks now, which is kind of strange. But anyway, I'm going to switch my camera view down and let's get started. Okay, so first thing I want to mention is my bingo class for March. It's going to be held on Tuesday, March 26th. It's $35, and you're going to get a kit. We're using the brand new kit called Your Day to Shine. We're making it consists of regular size cards and then some little what we call love notes, the 3x3 cards. And you don't want to miss registration for this. If you are on my email list, which I think most of you are, I hope that you are, you should have gotten information about registering for this. And we have a lot of fun at bingo. We do this virtually through Zoom. It's the nicest group of people. If you all know my sister-in-law Nancy, she plays every time, and she is like the life of the party. She makes it really fun. So if you're looking for a fun ladies' night out without having to leave your own home, you want to sign up for this bingo. I have really good prizes. I usually have stamp sets, or the bundles are oftentimes like the grand prize. Of course, the more people that play, the better the prizes are. But anyway, I encourage you to do this. You have till this Thursday at noon, March 14th at noon, to register. So if you haven't done that yet, I'll be sending a last call out for this, but you want to be sure to check that out. It is a lot of fun. Yeah, Colleen plays when she can. All right, so let me just show you what I'm using today. So the suite that I'm using today is called Nature's Sweetness. And when I first got this catalog, this is our mini catalog. It is January to April. And when I first got this catalog, this just kind of popped out at me. It was my favorite thing. I love everything about it. I love the images. I love the papers, the colors. And this is actually a double suite, I think they call it a mega suite because it has 2 stamp sets in it. This is the one that I'm going to be using today. And this is actually the bundle. Everybody going to my retreat will get this bundle. But you can see the beautiful colors. There's beautiful papers. There's this really cool leather cord, stamp set and dies. And so let me just bring in the stamp set and dies. So these are the dies. This is probably my favorite thing about these dies. I love this. I'm using that today on one of the cards. And then this is the stamp set. And I love the look of this because you can do like collage and that sort of thing. And I guess you could say both my cards today sort of have that collage look. So let me just show you. These are not, if you're coming to my retreat, these are not cards that you're making. I will have them there for you to look at. But these are not two of the cards that we're making. We're going to make a lot of cards with this, but not these in particular. I'm going to leave that out. Okay, first one is using Bubble Bath cardstock, and I made these cards yesterday. It was kind of fun. I just took the afternoon and kind of putzed around with some different stamps and things, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to come up with, but I like the final result, and I hope that you like it as well. So I have taken, this is the Tailor Tag dies, and this is one of the dies from that set, and then I just have my Bubble Bath cardstock base, a quarter sheet. Actually, I had two of those. In fact, I'm going to pull one out here. I'm going to pull an extra one out here. Okay. So you're going to need two, one for the outside, one for the front panel, and one for the inside. And then this is just a little scrap. And I have some other things, but we're just going to get started with this. So I thought first what I would do is take this tag, and I am going to make a collage on this. So I am using Smoky Slate and Bubble Bath. And really, with this and the other card that I'm making, anything goes. There's no right or wrong. I'm just doing like a collage. So I'm going to start, this is like this grid. It almost looks like a graph paper. Stamp that there. And then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to stamp it down here like that. And then I'm going to take this image, and I'm going to do this in the Bubble Bath as well. Bubble Bath is such a pretty color. I'm going to put that there like that. So it's tone on tone. I'm stamping over the pink that I've already stamped on. I'm just building up, some texture and some layers. Then I'm going to use the splotch stamp. That's what I call it. It's like speckles. And I'm going to use Smoky Slate ink. And I'm going to add a few splotches. I'm going to stamp off first because I want it to be a little bit light on there. Okay, just like that. And that's all I'm going to do on this one for now. So I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to take my 4 by 5 1/4 panel, and I'm going to do some more stamping. And this time I'm going to start with Smoky Slate. And I am using the Field Notes stamp. I love the detail. I love this right here. It says Stamp of Authenticity. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up in Smoky Slate ink. And I'm going to stamp this a little bit to the left. I'm going to try to get it straight, but honestly, I don't know that it really matters for this type card. Okay, so, oh, and look, it's pretty straight. So I have that, and then I'm going to take this leaf image, and this is also going to be in Smoky Slate. I'm going to put that there, and then I'm also going to put one down here, like that. And then I'm going to pick up this reminds me of wildflowers, and I'm going to do this in Bubble Bath as well. I'm going to put some up here, like that, and maybe some here. I'm just I'm looking at my sample and sort of following that, but when I originally did this yesterday, I just sort of I just kind of started adding and layering the color until I thought it had enough. I'm going to take this smoky slate splotch again and just put that around here, and just kind of fill in some of the white. And, you know, again, there's no right or wrong. Maybe some down here. I want to leave some white, and I think that looks pretty good, so I'm going to leave it right like that. Then I'm going to take, let's see, it's Thanks for Making Me Smile. And I'm going to take that and ink it up in the smoky slate. That's what I have my scrap paper for. Hey, Marcia, how are you? Hi, Myra. Hi, Suzanne. I missed a few of you. The comments kind of scroll through, and I don't always catch them all. So if I don't say hi to you, it just means I didn't see you. So I'm actually just going to ink or just stamp the top of this because I'm just going to use the word thanks. And I'm going to get out my paper snips. And I'm just going to cut this freehand. And it's probably not going to be perfectly straight, but it's okay. I can kind of fix it up if I want to. I don't mind that it's not perfectly straight. It kind of makes it a little bit more organic. It kind of goes along with that collage look. And I'm just going to snip close to this. Okay, so there we have our thanks. And I think that's all the stamping I'm going to do. So I'm going to put my cap back on my paper snips, and I'm going to close up my ink. And you know what, actually, before I put my pink away, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside. I'm just going to do some of that grid there, and I think there's probably enough of the gray, the smoky slate on here to, add a few splotches. And then I'll take my pink. This is just fun, like there's no right or wrong. I'm going to put that there like that. Isn't that pretty? So that'll be the inside. You could also do that same thing on like the front corner of your envelope. All right, so that's going to be my inside. I'll set that aside a minute. I have my 5.5 by 8.5 bubble bath. And I'm just going to give that a nice crease. I'm going to glue this down flat. And do you like to make collage cards? Have any of you, I'm sure some of you have done them before. It's kind of like anything goes. This next card I'm going to make is even more of a collage. I've added a lot more. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. It is a pretty color combination. It's so soft and, I don't know, it's just soft. Soft and pretty. All right, so now I have this. This is going to go here. And what I'm going to do is take some ribbon. I have this. This is a beautiful pack of ribbon. It's 3 different ribbons. Lemon, I can't talk. Lemon Lolly, Bubble Bath, and then Azure Afternoon. And so I'm going to use the Bubble Bath and just take a little bit of it. Look how pretty. It's just real. It's so delicate. It has like a little silver stitching on both sides. And I'm just going to take a piece. It doesn't need to be real big. Angle it like that. I'm probably going to end up trimming some of that. I don't think I need it quite that long. And I'm just going to feed one end through this. Okay, so I'm going to line this up. I have to fidget with it a minute. I'm going to line this up. And I'm going to take my Baker's Twine. This is the Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. I use it all the time. It really is essential. If you don't have this, you need it. This is one thing that you really do need. I find myself reaching for this all the time. Mainly the white. I like to use the white, but really all of them. I like the black. I use that a lot too. There's gray, there's crumb cake. Okay, so I'm going to tie this, and again I have to kind of, this is one I wish I had one of you here to lend me an extra finger, but I'll do my best. I think I can do it. All right, so I'm just going to knot this. The hardest part is just getting it knotted because I'm trying to hold that flat there. Here we go. And then again, I can just kind of fidget with it. And I'm going to tie a bow. Fidget, I think that's a word. Oops. Come on. Well, I missed it. Let me try again. It's always harder when you know people are watching you, right? There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have that. It's just soft and pretty. And I'm going to trim this a little bit. You can leave it a little long if you want. And then this too. I'm going to pull this together. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Yes, Marcia, the ribbons come all in one pack, all 3 of those colors. Okay, so I'm going to shorten that ribbon just a little bit and then get all these little bits and pieces out of the way here. Those are going in my trash can. I actually swept this morning. I got my vacuum out and swept, so I don't want to throw. Sometimes I just slide the dimensionals and things on the floor. Anyway, so now I'm going to take some dimensionals and pop this up. This. Oh, Myra, your grandsons were over making cards. That's so fun. I bet they had a blast. I'm sure, if any of you know Myra, I'm sure, Myra, you are the cool grandma. I'm sure they want to spend a lot of time with you. And I'm just going to put that just about there like that so you can see all the, different stamps that I have below that. And then I'm just going to take my little thanks and my glue, just put a little dab of glue on the back of this. And I'm just going to put that about right there, like that. Okay, and then I'll do my inside. Okay, so we have that. And then I want to add some embellishments, of course. So I pulled out the pastel adhesive back sequins. And now that I see these, I didn't think about this at the time, but these go nicely with this pack of ribbon, this 3-pack of ribbon. This is called Sheer Ribbon Combo Pack. And yes, you do get all 3 colors. And I am going to use the Bubble Bath. So let me get my little tool out. These come in different sizes. I guess it's just 2 different sizes. There's the bigger ones and then the smaller. And I used some of each for this. I'm going to start with one of the big sequins here. And then a small, put that there. And then one more small one. You could put as many of these as you want. The card's so soft. I think you could get away with putting a few extras, but I thought that was enough. And then I'm going to do one right here. Let's see, where do I want that? Maybe just right there like that. Okay, so there's my first card. And you could do, like I said, you could do something like this on the corner of the envelope. The colors are so soft, I want to hold them up so that you see them. But there you have, that's our first card. So that is Bubble Bath and Smoky Slate. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I think you can see it. It's just soft and pretty. So that's card number 1. And then for card number 2, I'm not using Bubble Bath. I'm using some purples and Berry Burst. So I think first what I'm going to do is bring in my Stampin' Chamois to clean off my stamps. And you can see I've already used this. Because I think for some of these, yes, for this next card, I'm using some of the same stamps. So I just want to make sure. I'm going to press down. Mine is kind of dry. I probably should have gotten it a little bit more wet, but you get the idea. But it's a really quick, easy way to clean your stamps. Normally I use my regular Stampin' Cleaner and Mist, but this is kind of nice, and this is nice because it's easy to take with you if you're going somewhere. We gave everybody on our cruise one of these. We actually made it look cute. We did their initial with some pretty paper, and so they could carry it with them. They had it at their station for the whole week, and that was good. Okay, so I don't need that. Yeah, and I used this. I'm trying to see what I used on this next card. Okay. Hi, Mary Ellen. How are you? Oh, Myra says the boys enjoyed the take your pick tool. I'm sure they did. That's sweet. All right. Okay, so my next card, totally different than what I just made. And it's kind of fun. I sort of pulled out colors that I don't always use. But it was, I think we're all kind of getting spring fever. So I'm using Highland Heather as a card base. And I have my 4x5 1/4. I've already embossed this. I embossed it with, this is one of the basics embossing folders. They come in a set of 3 embossing folders. And I think you can probably see, it's just like a little grid texture type pattern. And then I've already die cut shape. This is from the Stylish Shape dies. Cut one of those. I actually cut 2 because sometimes I make a boo-boo when I'm stamping my words, so that's my little backup. And then I have this sprig, which is from the Notes of Nature bundle, and it is this one. So this is cool because, well, I love this too. I think this is really neat. But they give you this one, which is much more, there's more to it, but then there's also these 3 little ones. So if you need just a little bit of something, a little bit of sprig, you can use that. So Colleen, she says, my chamois in worse shape than yours, but still works. Yeah, they don't look pretty, but they really do work. All right, so we are going to do a collage card with this, and I have taken, as you can see, I have used this die, this spiral die. It's really cool. And I've just lined it up on the top of this panel, run it through my die cutting machine, and you get these holes. It's like a spiral notebook would have those holes like that. Actually, you know what I think it is? It's like if you would put it in a notebook, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's what's there. All right, so I'm going to start with just doing some stamping, and I'm going to use a few different colors. I think I've cleaned everything that I need to clean, and so I'm going to start with Highland Heather, and I'm going to use this image that says Field Notes. So I'm going to get that inked up. I'm going to move down here a little bit. I'll get this inked up. This is a softer purple. I'm going to put that there like that, and then I'm going to do it again and just do part of it over here. And again, this is the same idea. I'm doing a collage card. You can do as little or as much as you want. You can put, you can add in different colors and that sort of thing. And so the next color I'm going to bring in is Orchid Oasis. And for that, I use this graph. And again, I'm just going to overlap. You want to overlap your stamped images. You can turn them and put them in different directions if you want. I may put a little bit just right down there like that. And then I'm going to take, I am going to use this leaf. And for the leaf, I'm going to use Orchid Oasis. And I'm just going to stamp. And basically now what I'm doing is just trying to fill in some of these blank spots here. I'll put that there like that. No right or wrong. And then I'm going to use Berry Burst. This card is very bright and cheerful and spring-like, I think. And it's kind of fun, to get out these bright colors after winter. And so I'm going to add that there. That, like I said, that reminds me of wildflowers. And like I said, I don't think it really matters. You could stamp first and then run it through your die cutting machine. You know what, Marcia? She says, can we make a collage card? Maybe we'll make this one for club. Maybe we'll do that. That's a good idea. But anyway, I've already embossed this with like I said, with that 3D. It was one of the basics embossing folders. But you could do the stamping first and then run it through. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Okay, and then the other thing, to finish this off, I'm going to use my little splotchy stamp again. And I'm going to do that in, no, wait, not Orchid Oasis. Yeah, Orchid Oasis. Okay, yeah, because I wanted that to be a little bit dark. Aren't these colors pretty? This was fun to make. I'll just do a little bit down there like that. Okay. And maybe there. You know what, you can just keep going and going until you like the look. The other thing I'm going to stamp is Today is all about you. Happy birthday. Whoops. And I have one of my little things here. Let's see if I can get it right the first time. I don't know. And I used the Orchid Oasis ink. And it goes this way. Let's see if I can get that straight on there. Whoops. Oh, let's see. It's flipped upside down. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, I can use that. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do before I put this together is I'm going to take a blending brush. And I'm going to be using the Highland Heather ink and my blending brush, which is buried alive over here. Here it is. And I'm just going to pick up some ink. This is marked Fresh Freesia, but because that's a kind of like a pinkish purple, I just thought I could get away with using this. And now I'm just going to add some color. And what this is going to do is going to soften the white so it's not so stark white. And it's going to show some of the details of that grid embossing folder that I use. So I just add some color. And again, you can do as little or as much as you want. I'm going to keep it a little bit darker on the outside and then kind of soft on the inside. But one thing, if you see me, what I'm doing is I'm taking my brush, rubbing it on my ink pad, and then just tapping it on my pad of paper first. And that prevents it from doing like a big blob. It just softens that first initial touch of ink. Okay, so look, isn't that pretty? I could put a little bit in there too, I guess. Okay, so there we have that. And then before I put this down on my card base, first I'm going to close up my ink. I am going to take, so for this, I decided I would use, this is our in color. This is a 2022-2024 in color packet. So the colors in here are going away when our new catalog comes out. So the Orchid Oasis, and let me look at the color because I won't say them right. The Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, love that color. Parakeet Party, Sweet Sorbet, love that color too. Tahitian Tide, they're going to be gone. So if you like this Orchid Oasis, don't miss out on that. The Starry Sky is gorgeous, and it coordinates with this baker's twine. So I'm just going to take a kind of big piece. I'm going to fold it in half. That's probably way more than I need. I don't need that much. Let me shorten this up a bit. Okay, I'm going to take about, that's maybe 12, not quite 12 inches, I don't think. But, okay, so I have this one piece here, and I'm just going to snip the end. And I'm going to pull this behind. Whoops. I'm going to thread this through these holes that I made with the die. Both of them. So I have two strands here. And I'm just going to pull this through like this. Just through that spiral there. And I'm going to tie a bow. See how my fingers are working today or not working, right? I think they're okay. All right, there we go. So we have this. I may need to tie this again. Yeah, you know what? It's a little wonky. I'm going to start again. So I'm going to tie this. This is an instant replay. Okay. You know, when I did this at home yesterday, when I was just kind of messing around, I think it looked pretty good the first time. But like I said, when people are watching you, sometimes you have to fidget with it. Okay. Well, you know what? I think this might lay better if I go this way. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna just do it like that. Okay, and if it's too big, I just hold my index finger on the knot and just kind of pull it in to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, so we have that, and I kind of like how these ends are hanging down like that. Then I'm gonna take this and put it on my Highland Heather card base. And I'll get my bone folder. And I'm just going to glue this down flat. And let me get my glue. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little glue. Whoops, that was a boo-boo. Just get a little glue around those little spirals. And I'll go ahead and press this down. This is just going to be centered like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to add my words. So I'm going to put my words right here, and then I want to tuck this. This is an Orchid Oasis sprig, and I think it just kind of pulls all the colors of this together. I'm going to move this down and just maybe put that about there like that. So let me get a little bit of glue on this. Just a dab, and I'm just going to put one dab of glue on this leaf up here. I like when my sprigs are like not stuck down flat. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Just hold one of them down because I like the dimension that it creates. Okay, there we go. And then this I'll just pop up with some dimensionals. And where did I put my dimensionals? There they are. They're buried alive too. So we have that. Oops. Okay, so there we have that, and you can just see that Orchid Oasis sprig popping out. And then to finish this, I just, look, this is all I have left of this sheet of the basic rhinestones, and it was sitting here yesterday when I was making up this sample, and so I thought this looked really pretty. It's just, they're so tiny, and they just add, I think, just that perfect touch of sparkle. So I'm going to pick these up. I put 3, and again, you could do as many as you want. But there's the front. Isn't that pretty? Let me hold that up so you can see it. I think it's really pretty. It's different, right? Colorful. It's just soft. It's just soft, pretty colors. And then for the inside panel, you could do, you know, something like we did on the other card. Just if you want to stamp a little bit of a collage type thing. And I'm not even re-inking these. I'm just adding some color. Put some up there. Maybe just like that. That's kind of pretty. I could take my blending brush too, and that I would probably need to pick up some more ink with. But you could soften the edges of this with your blending brush and your ink if you want to. I think I'll just leave it like that. I think that's kind of pretty. And so I'll just add some glue. And again, these cards are both featuring the Notes of Nature bundle. They are in the mini catalog. If you like this style of card, you may want to take a look at that set. Okay, so there we have that. There's our second card. And let me pull the first one in. They look completely different, I think, don't they? Okay, so there we have those. Let me just clean up this a little bit. There are our cards. Hold this one up again. This is with Bubble Bath and Smoky Slate. And then this one is with Highland Heather, Berry Burst, and Orchid Oasis. I love the Orchid Oasis color. I think that's just beautiful. All right, so those are our cards for today. I appreciate you joining me. I will be back. I'm planning to be back on Monday. I'm never sure what I'm going to do the week ahead, the upcoming week, but I'll plan to do something. I may feature the new Simply Zinnia suite that was released last week with our new online exclusives. If you have not checked out our online exclusives, I would encourage you to do that. You can see them in my online store. We released a ton of amazing new products last week online. They're not in a catalog. You have to look online to see them. But if you go to my online store, you can check them all out. And I hope that you all have a great day. As always, I appreciate you joining me. I look forward to seeing some of you this weekend. And for those of you that I don't see, I wish you were coming. But take care, my friends. And I hope you have time to be creative today. Bye-bye.